Well, it's good to see you. You're a travelling light man, aren't you? I mean, you're a one-man band.
And light, Yes.
You don't carry other musicians with you?
Yes, I just started in about 3 months carrying a band because so many people ask, why don't you carry your own band? So now I am. There was reasons for me not to back in the 60s. Things got a little smoky and juicy too, for that matter.
And you're a clean living man, aren't you? You don't...
I wouldn't say that, but I'm trying.
But you don't rehearse. I mean, you can be difficult.
Yes, I do. We had a 3-minute rehearsal just before the...
That's an unusual thing. You're known
Well,
to...
I don't know. With musicians like that, maestros, I think you can just say a few words, especially songs with 2 changes, you know.
What was your own worst concert experience?
I missed one because of snow, and in fact, it was the 3rd one in my career in Kentucky. I tried to drive down, and I missed one in the snow. Other than that, to me, it's not a worse concert. It's when I'm playing in front of people who are not my, shall we say, clientele. I played in the jazz house with, I forget the jazz, but the artist, but I was playing Maybellene, the only 2 songs I had, and they would just walk out when I came on and walk back at J.J. Winding. That's who it was. And he'd play his jazz, from which I hate with a passion, jazz. And so I had no audience, and he had the entire audience. They just walked out and got a beer, and when I went off, they came back in and enjoyed their music.
But what happened in Minneapolis? There was a rather unpleasant concert for you there, wasn't there? When they didn't want you to stop.
I can't remember.
Didn't a guy pull a gun and say...
Oh, no, Mineola, Mississippi. Yeah, Mississippi. Which is quite in a different country.
It's obviously a different story.
Really, yeah. We were playing New Year's Eve from 8 to 12, my contract, and I have a record for following contracts. New Year's Eve, everything starts at 12 o'clock. And at 12:01, make sure I give them a good 4 hours. I pack my gear, and we were leaving, and the old farmer, it was a small house, 200 people, he said, play on. He says, you didn't start till 5 after, you know, and that was, my watch was there. Anyway, we started playing on, you know, because that was Mississippi, you know. And we didn't stop until he said that was enough, a 3:15 to something. We didn't stop.
David, you promoted concerts. You promoted Neil Diamond, didn't you? Were you a ruthless promoter?
No, I was adorable. He was... I've never sung for anybody. I can't sing at all. I mean, I'm just can't sing. And he got me up on stage one day during this tour, introduced me, and then, to my horror, got me to join in Song Sung Blue, and I was desperately trying to go, everybody knows one. Pathetic it was. And I'd said to him before, you know, I can't sing at all, and he'd obviously ignored it. But after the concert, he said, you were quite right. You really can't. Terrible.
Well, it's good for him to know you're an honest man if he's promoting your concert. Your autobiography has just come out as well. What is your actual first musical memory, Chuck?
Hearing the beat of the Southern Baptist, I am bound for spirituals. Bound for the promised land, rocks of ages. And believe me, I was about 2 in the cradle, what are the beds that the babies have? I've been so long, 60 years ago, I can't remember. Hearing my parents sing in the choir, and they rehearsed in the front room. We had 3 rooms. And I'm in the crib there. I can actually remember this. You know. If I had the setting on a picture that I was directing, I could put it exactly like it was. Not very important, but I could.
Roll Over Beethoven, that was a childhood inspiration too.
The inspiration came from, I'm 11 now. You got me going fast. My sister did classical music on the piano, and she had all the privilege because she was doing something like, it was said, worthwhile. Excuse me a minute. Have I ever been on your program when you were...
Yes, you...
I thought so.
That's
This is David Frost, and this is Anita Dobson.
Bill Haley, is it?
Now, did you, Chuck, did you meet a lot of prejudice as a performer?
Yes, I did, and might I say that I met it long before I was a performer, which sort of, say, groomed me or trained me in for it, because my father was a carpenter, and I went around with him since 8, and we worked for a realty company in the white neighborhood, and this is very popular over there, because just to insert this, I didn't realize that all black people weren't black until I came to Europe and found out when people said, oh, or I used to wear my hair wavy and out from my head, and they'd say, oh, are you East Indian, or are you Jamaican? Or, gee, they have distinctions over here. Gee, you're not just black, you might be something. Yeah, but yeah, I did have it, and Dad, the way Dad handled it, we worked in the white neighborhood, of course, and the way he handled it trained me how and to handle it, you know, because Dad was very gentle and very subtle about the insults that may come from some of the males in the places. Well, you can't work here, I'm leaving, you know, and his wife is in there cooking, you know, or whatever. And Dad would say, well, I'll have the realty company send someone else, and thank you. So by the time I got on the road playing music and had to go to some of the back windows in the South, you know, to get a meal because the front windows weren't available, you know, signs, white only. I was ready for it, I knew it. But my brother and some of the guys from Detroit, New York, you know, they didn't eat, but I did. Maybe that's because of my farm, you know, I kept it up.
You've been in prison 3 times. You didn't...
Every 17 years. You see. But I have a fad for that.
You used the time wisely, though, haven't you? You've never just sat around inside.
The second 2 times, the first time was a complete, and the longest time, which was 2.5 years. It was a complete experience for me because, first place, I didn't have the girlfriend problem to work, to bother with. And it was... it was an adventure. It was like being in high school because there were fellows that told me things about life, but the second time was very. That's when I had been through halfway through my career, and this was for the Indian and girl again thing. You know, they're a big part of my life. And I took business courses, and then I found out what a corporation was after I had owned 2. And, by taking a business course, and I wrote a few of the songs that became fairly popular. Presley recorded one, and Nadine, and...
yes, that's one of my great favorites.
Really?
No particular place to go. That was quite a good one to have written while in prison, wasn't it?
I love it.
You said, Chuck, in the book as well, every 15 or 17 years you say, I seem to make a big mistake. So when is the next one due?
In about 5 years, and I'm watching out in about... well, 5 years. But seeing the first one was 2.5 years incarceration. The second one, 16 months. The third one, 88 days. I won't have enough time for a big project.
What about your next book? What are you planning there?
Now, that's very good. Take this as I say it. I am not writing a book about my sex, but I am writing a book about the hypocrisy of sex and the overvalue that most, this is international, people put on sex, because abortion is sex, you know. And the minute you mention sex, oh, this is going to be a good program, you know. It's not such. It's not such. And more sex-orientated programs are coming on, you know. And I'm glad you hit on it, because I've never been able to get into a program that I like to mention my views about it, you know. And so you asked the question.
Yeah, sure. So this is not going to be an autobiographical account of your various conquests.
No, but it will include, you know, I want to...
This is going to be a fairly big book.
Experience... Bob Hope questions. You have to think about it before it hits you. I want to talk about some of my experiences, but more so explain the sort of experiences that cause so much, you know,